Hello guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are just joining, thanks for joining, and if you're a returning subscriber, thanks for sticking with us. So for today we're going to be making the crochet top you saw earlier. I don't know, some people have other names they call it, but as for me I call it crochet rose top. So you can call it any name you want in as much you're able to get what you're trying to achieve. So for this I'm going to be using these two color of yarn. My client wanted an orange and black, which I'm going to be mixing together, and I'm going to be using a 4mm hook for this, my cutter, and you don't really need a tape rule. So let's get down to business. So first off, we want to make this aspect of the top, and by doing so we're just going to make a slip knot. So I'm going to be using two colors as I said, and I really hope you're able to see this clearly because of the shade of yarn. But I'm going to make my magic ring. I said slip knot, sorry. I'm going to make a magic ring, and if you don't know how to make a magic ring, you can just check out some YouTube tutorials because I'm not really going to be going into details for that. So you want to just start your hook here, bring it all over, and then make a chain of 2, 1, 2, just like this. Then yarn over and make 12 double crochet into this magic ring. So make 12 double crochets into this magic ring, and I'm going to meet you at the end of the row. So guys, I'm done, and then this is what I have 12 stitches in my magic ring. What I want to do, I'm just going to pull this to close the magic ring. Make sure you pull it tight, and then you're going to slip stitch into the second chain you made when you're about to start the row. So I'm just going to slip stitch here just like this, and then I'm going to make a chain of 2, 1, 2. So after chaining 2, what you want to do is you want to yarn over, and we're going to be working into the back loop only. So we're going to be working into the back loops instead of going into the space here. So you're going to yarn over just like this, and then go into the first back loop just like this and make a double crochet, and into that same loop make another double crochet. In total 2 double crochets into that same space, and moving forward you're just going to be making 2 double crochets into every stitch, and make sure you're working back loop. So 2 double crochets into every stitch, and make sure you're working back loop. And in total we're supposed to have 24 stitches because we made 12 stitches at the beginning. So I'm going to meet you guys at the end of the row. This is what I have. So you're going to slip stitch into the second chain you made when you started your row. So just slip stitch here just like this, then make a chain of 2, 1, 2. So for our second row we had 24 stitches. Then we're about to start our third row. Yarn over, go into the back loop of the first stitch here, go into the back loop, and then make 2 double crochets into that first stitch just like that. We have a total of 2 double crochets into the first stitch, and mind you, we are working in the back loops. Don't know if you can see, because we worked in the back loop we had something like this, so that's what we're going to be doing. And then yarn over into the next stitch, make just 1 double crochet, back loop only. Into the third stitch, yarn over and make 2 double crochets into that stitch. So what we are going to be doing is 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. So when you make an increase, the next stitch is going to be 1. After that you make an increase, the next stitch is going to be 1, just like that. So we've made 2 here, and then to the next stitch we're going to have just 1 double crochet. And since we made just 1 double crochet here, into the next stitch we're going to have 2 double crochets just like that. So follow up with this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of my row. And make sure you're working back my third row, and I ended up with just 1 double crochet. That is how you know that your row is balanced. If you end up with 2 double crochets, definitely your row is not balanced. And I have a total of 36 stitches for row 3. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip stitch into this chain stitch we made at the beginning just like this, and I'm done with my third row. So for row 4 you want to chain up 2, 1, 2, yarn over, then into the very first stitch here, back loop. Do not forget we're working into back loops. Make 2 double crochets into that first stitch, 1, then 2, then yarn over. Into the next 2 stitches you make 2 double crochets. So 1, then into the second stitch another 1. So what we're going to do is we're going to make 2 double crochets into the first stitch, then 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches, 2 double crochet into the next stitch, just like that. I'm going to show you this a few more times. So we've made 2 double crochets into the next 2 stitches. Into the next stitch I'm going to make 2 double crochets into that same stitch, back loop only. So I've made 1 in that stitch, and into the same stitch I'm going to go back with 1 more double crochet, just like that. And then into the next 2 stitches I'm going to make 1 double crochet each, 1 double crochet each. Then into the next stitch I'm going to make 2 double crochets into that same stitch, back loop only. So continue like that with this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Make sure you're working back loop only. I had a total of 48 stitches. So for row 5 you want to chain up 2 just like this, then into the very first stitch, back loop only, make 2 double crochets into that same stitch, 1, 2, just like that. And then into the next 3 stitches you want to make 3 double crochets each. So that is 1, 2, and then 3. So into the next stitch make 2 double crochets into that same stitch, 1, 2, and then into the next 3 stitches make 3 double crochets into the stitches each. That is 1, 2, and then 3. And then into the next stitch make 2 double crochets into that same stitch, just like that. So follow up with this pattern and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Mind you, as you are working back loop only, you should see that your work is having this kind of circle whatsoever. So if your work is not having it, that means you've made a mistake. So your work is meant to have it. So keep working this row and I'll meet you at the end of the row. At the end of my 5th row, and this is where I'm going to be stopping for my increase row. So I have a total of 60 stitches. And I ended with 3 double crochet into the next 3 stitches. So what I'm going to do now, I'm just going to slip stitch into this chain space, and for the increases I'm going to be stopping here. This can actually fit a size small and medium, but if you are a size big or large, you might want to go for 1 more row of increase. So your next row of increase, if this doesn't fit, it's going to be chain up 2 into the first stitch, make 2 double crochets, and then into the next 4 stitches make 4 double crochets, into the next stitch make 2 double crochets, into the next 4 stitches make 4 double crochets. So after you've increased for the next row, I advise you stop there because you don't want the cup to be too big. So what I'm going to do now is I have 60 stitches. I'm going to be dividing these 60 stitches divided by 3. If I divide these 60 stitches divided by 3, I'm supposed to have 20, 20, 20, but I'm going to be working 10, 20, 20, 10. That's how I'm going to divide it, 10, 20, 20, 10. So what you want to do now is you're going to chain up 2, 1, 2, yarn over and go into the very first stitch. But mind you, I'm not going to be working into the back loops. I'm going to be working into the stitches itself. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5. So I'm in the 5th stitch. I'm going to meet you guys when I'm in the 10th stitch. Then I'm going to show you guys what to do when you get to your 10th stitch. So now I've gotten to my 10th stitch, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and then into that very same stitch I'm going to work half double crochet into the same stitch. So after getting to my 10th stitch, I made a chain of 2 and then work another half double crochet into that same stitch. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work 1 half double crochet into the next 20 stitches, 1 half double crochet into the next 20 stitches, and I'm going to meet you guys once I'm at my 20th stitch. So I'm at my 20th stitch, and what I want to do is I'm just going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and into this very same stitch I'm going to work 1 half double crochet there, just like we did for this 10th stitch here, and then you're going to work 20 stitch. You are going to work 20 stitches into the next 20 stitches, just like that. So I have 1 2 3 4 then 5, and I'm going to meet you guys once I get to my 20th stitch. And like we've been doing, I'm going to chain up to 1 2, then into the same stitch make 1 half double crochet, just like this, and then into the next 10 stitches I'm going to work 1 half double crochet each. So for this last 10th stitch, we're not going to be making any chain of 2, we're just going to be slip stitching, because like I told you guys earlier, we need just 3 corners. Don't know if I said that before, but we need just 3 corners, and that is what we're going to be doing. So I'm at my last stitch here, and what I'm going to do is I'm just going to slip stitch into this very first chain stitch, just like this, and then I am done with this. So if you look at it, it's already giving a three size of shape for the bra cup. So we have 1 2 1, we have 1 here, 1 here, and then we have this part. So what I want to do is I'm just going to cut this off just like this, and then I'm going to seal it properly. You can want to seal it well so it doesn't loosen up. I'm going to deal with this later. So now we have this. I would rather prefer where I slip stitch to fall down, so this will be 1 2 3, just like this. We have 3 corners. So now we're about to start the roses, and what you want to do is you want to start from this very first 12 stitches we made into this magic ring. So you can insert your hook anywhere. I'm going to be inserting mine here. I hope you can see it. That was why I asked us to work back loop only. So I'm going to insert my hook into this back loop. You can insert it anywhere. You can start from your depot. This way is easier to work from it. So grab your yarn and then make a slip knot. You've already inserted your hook into this back loop. So what you want to do is just want to insert it just like this, then pass it through it, and then make a chain of 3. 1 2 3, just like that. So into this very first stitch here that you just inserted your yarn and hook, make 3 double crochets into that very stitch. So that is 1 2 3, just like that. So we made 3 double crochets into this very first stitch, then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets into that stitch as well. This is 1 2 3, just like that, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets into that stitch as well. 2 3. So in total we have 9 double crochets, just like that. So make a chain of 2, 1 2, turn your work, and then work 2 double crochets into every stitch. In total you should have 18 stitches. 2 double crochets into every stitch, 2 double crochets into every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of our row. So in total you're supposed to have 18 stitches here. So I've gotten to the end of the row and I have 18 stitches in total. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to chain up 1 just like this, turn my work, and then work 1 single crochet into every stitch, 1 single crochet into every stitch, and in total you should have 18 stitches. So just carry on and work 1 single crochet into every stitch, and I'm going to meet you at the end of the row. And this is what my project looks like so far. So what you are going to do now is still working on this circle here, this first row that we made 12 double crochets. You are going to count 3 stitches. You're going to skip 3 stitches, and into the 4th stitch you're going to make a single crochet. So let's count. We have 1 2 3, and this is the 4th stitch here. So you're going to be skipping 3 stitches, and then into the 4th stitch you're going to make a single crochet just like that, then chain up 3, 1 2 3, and into this very first stitch make 3 double crochets into that same stitch. So we have 1 2 and then 3, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets into that same stitch as well. 1 2, then 3, and then into the last stitch make 3 double crochets as well, in total leaving you with 9 stitches. 2, 3. So we have 9 stitches in total, and then chain up to 1 to turn your work and work 2 double crochets into every stitch, in total leaving you with 18 stitches, and then I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I've gotten to the end of the row and I have 18 stitches in total. So what I'm going to do is going to chain up 1, turn my work, and then work 1 single crochet into every stitch till I finish up the row, and in total I'm supposed to have 18 stitches. So work 1 single crochet into every stitch till you finish up the row, and I'm going to meet you at the end of the row. So right now I'm at the end of my row and I want to end this row. So you are going to go into the very first stitch you made here. I don't know if you can see it. It's always 3 in number. We have 1, 2, 3. So into that third stitch here, you're going to make a single crochet. If you look at it from here, I don't know because of the color I used if you can see it, but if you check yours, you're going to have 3 stitches. So 1, 2, 3, and then into the second stitch here, the middle stitch, you're going to make a single crochet just like that. So now you are done with row 1, and then you're going to chain up 1 just like this, and you're going to slip stitch into the next row. Sorry, you're going to single crochet into the next row just like this. Single crochet into the next row here, and then just make a chain of 3. 1, 2, 3, and then into this very first stitch make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, and then into the next stitch 3 double crochet. 1, 2, 3, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets, in total 9 double crochets. 1, 2, then 3. So you're just going to chain up 2, 1, 2, and work 2 double crochets into every stitch, in total leaving you with 18 stitches. And then I'm going to meet you at the end of your row. You chain up 1, and then work 1 single crochet into every stitch till I get to the end of the row. I'm just going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch just like that. So I'm approaching the end of the row, and then this is my last stitch. So after working 1 single crochet into that, I'm just going to skip 3 stitches, and then into the 4th stitch make a single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, and this is the 4th. Make a single crochet just like this, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, then into that very first stitch make 3 double crochet. So row 1 and row 2 is just repetition of what you've done. That is 2, 3, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets. 1, 2, 1, 2, and then 3, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochets, in total 9 double crochets. 1, 2, and then 3. Chain up 2, turn your work and work 2 double crochets into every stitch. In total you have 18 stitches. Then I'll meet you at the end of the row. So I'm done with this row, and I'm just going to make a chain of 1. Make a chain of 1 just like this, and work 1 single crochet into every stitch till you finish up the row. So row 2 is just going to be repetition. After I finish working my single crochets, I'm going to skip 3 stitches, and then into the 4th stitch I'm going to make a single crochet, chain 3, work 3 single crochets into the very first stitch, 3 single crochets into the next stitch, and then 3 single crochets into the very last stitch, in total leaving me with 9 stitches. And I'm going to chain up to turn my work and work 2 double crochets into every stitch, leaving me with 18 stitches, and then chain up 1 and work 1 single crochet into every stitch, skip 2 stitches and skip 3 stitches into the 4th, make a single crochet and keep on working. So now I have 2 rows that I've completed for row 2, and in total I'm supposed to have 4 rows, because for every row we're going to be having an increase of 2. So our first row we had 2, for row 2 we're going to have 4 roses. So I'm going to meet you at the end of our second row. Then I'm going to teach you how to end the second row and how to begin with row 3. So do not forget, row 2 you're supposed to have 4 roses, because row 1 had 2 roses, then row 3 is going to have 6, and so on and so forth. Done with row 2, and then if I had to count, I have 4 roses. So this is the middle. We're not going to be counting this. I have 1, 2, 3, 4. So what we're going to do is we're going to be single crocheting here. You know, when I was about to finish row 1, I told you that we're going to go back into this first stitch we started with. We have 3 here, 1, 2, 3. I don't know if you can see it due to the color. So into the second, you're going to make a single crochet here, just like this. So every time you're about to end the row, you have to single crochet into the very first rows you started with. So after single crochet, I'm going to chain up 1, and then I'm going to single crochet into the next row, just like this. Then chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. So row 3 and row 4 is slightly different from row 1 and row 2. I'm going to be showing you guys. It's not that it's that different, but the stitches are a bit different. So into the very first stitch, make 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3, and then into the next stitch, make another 3 double crochet, 1, 2, 3. Then into the last stitch, make another 3 double crochet, leaving us with 9 stitches in total. 2, 3. So for our second row, you're going to chain up 1 instead of chaining up 2 like we did for row 1 and row 2, and then turn your work, and we're going to be working single crochets instead of double crochets like we worked for row 1 and row 2. So you're going to be making 2 single crochets into every stitch, leaving us with a total of 18 stitches. Where I worked 2 single crochets into every stitch, leaving me with a total of 18 stitches. So for the third row, I'm just going to chain up 1, turn my work 1 single crochet into the first stitch, and then chain up 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So for row 1 and row 2, we're just working single crochets into every stitch, but for row 3 and row 4, it's going to be chain 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, just like that. So follow up with this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of row 3, because we're about to start another rows. And I told you guys that for this row, for every row we have an increase of 2 roses. So for these rows we need to have a total of 6 roses, because the row we just finished ended with a total of 4 roses. I'm already at the end of the row, so I might as well just stay to show you guys. So I've gotten to the last stitch, and what I want to do is, just like we did for row 1 and row 2, we're going to skip 3 stitches into the 4th, make a single crochet. So this is 1, 2, 3, then this is the 4th, make a single crochet just like this, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3, into this very first stitch, work 3 double crochets into that very first stitch, 2, 3, and then into the next stitch, work another 3 double crochets into that same stitch, 2, stitch, work 3 double crochets, in total 9 stitches. 2, then 3. So chain up 1, turn your work, and work 2 single crochets into every stitch, leaving you with a total of 18 stitches. It's the same thing as row 1 and row 2, but the only difference is that instead of double crochets we are working single crochets, and for the third row, instead of just single crochets we are working chain 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, just like that. So I'm almost at the end of the row, and what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to chain up 1, turn my work, work 1 single crochet into this stitch, chain 1 single crochet into the next stitch. Sorry about the noise. Chain 1 single crochet into the next stitch, chain 1 single crochet into the next stitch. So you're just going to follow up with this pattern till you get to the end of the row, and once you get to the end of the row, you're going to skip 3 stitches into the fourth, make a single crochet, chain up 3, work 3 double crochets into that very first stitch, 3 double crochets into the second, 3 double crochets into the third, making 9 stitches, and then chain up 1, turn your work, and work 2 single crochets into every stitch, in total 18 stitches. And then for row 3, you're just going to chain 1, work a single crochet, chain 1 single crochet, chain 1 single crochet. So I have 3 rows now. I'm going to meet you guys at my 6th rows, and I'll meet you guys there, show you how to end the row and how to begin with row. So guys, I'm done with row 4, and I have a total of 6 roses. So let's count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then 6. So we have a total of 6 roses here. And to end this row, just like I told you, we're always going to slip stitch into the second space from where we started our first row from. So here, going to single crochet just like this, then chain up 1, then single crochet into the next row just like this, chain up 3, 1, 2, 3. So row 3 is going to be repetition of, row 4 is going to be repetition of row 3. So inside this very first stitch, make 3 double crochets, 1, 2, then 3, and then into the next stitch make 3 double crochet, 2, then 3, and then into the last stitch make 3 double crochets, 2, 3, and then chain up 1, make 2 single crochets into every stitch till you finish up the row. And for your row 4, you're supposed to have a total of 8 roses. For row 3 we had 6 roses, for row 2 we had 4, and for row 1 we had 2. So if your row ended up having row 5 for the increase due to the bust measurement, for your row 5 you're supposed to have 10 roses. So guys, I'm done with my 8 roses, and what I want to do now is I just want to slip stitch into that middle stitch we made at the beginning of the rows. I'm actually going to be slip stitching because this is the last rows of rows, but if this is not your last row, you might want to as well single crochet. So after I have slip stitch, I'm just going to cut off my yarn and then seal this. So after sealing it, I am going to trim it off later on. So after you've done your first rows, you might as well want to do the second one, because now we're about to start joining, and this is what the whole project looks like currently. So now I've gotten the second one, and this is what both looks like. So now we're trying to attach them so we can start the body of the top. So I'm just going to go on to trim off all the excess yarn on the body of the roses, and I'll come back to show you guys. So guys, I'm done with both panels, and then this is what it looks like. So now we're about to start the body of the top. So this was where I slip stitch, and then these are the sides, and this is the upper part. So by the side here, I'm just going to insert my hook into this chain 2 space just like this, and then make a slip knot, and then pass your yarn through it just like this, then make a chain of 15. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15. After getting 15, I'm going to cut this off, then seal it, and I'm going to repeat the same thing for the other side of the top, and I'm going to meet you there. So this is my second panel, and I made a chain of 16 here because I'm going to be skipping the first stitch. So you're just going to align them properly and make 1 single crochet into every stitch till you get to the end of these chain stitches, and in total you are supposed to have 15 stitches. So I'm going to make 1 single crochet into every chain stitch till I get to the end of the chain stitches, and I'm going to meet you there. I've gotten to the end of the chain stitches, and into this chain space where we made the 15 chains, I'm going to make a single crochet into that very first stitch, and I'm just going to be working 1 single crochet into every stitch, moving downward. So I'm going to work 1 single crochet into every stitch till I'm almost at this chain stitch. So I'm going to stop working 1 single crochet into every stitch when I have 6 stitches to this chain 2 stitch we made when we were working the body of the rose cover. So you can as well get your stitch marker and just count 6 stitches moving downward. So that will be like 1 2 3 4 5 6. So I'm supposed to stop here. So I'll meet you guys once and place my stitch marker there for identification. So from this chain 2 stitch here, you have to count. This is the 6th stitch. So once you get there where your stitch marker is, you are going to make a chain of 10. So we have 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10, just like that, and you are going to grab your second panel. So for my second panel, if I'm to count from this chain 2 stitch here, this is the 6th stitch here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to yarn over, and then I'm going to make, sorry, not yarn over, so I'm going to single crochet into the 7th stitch because this is the 6th stitch here, and this is also the 6th stitch here. So I'm going to single crochet into the 7th stitch here, that's after the stitch marker, and I'm just going to be working 1 single crochet into every stitch till I get to the chain 2, till I get to the chain 15 stitches, and I'm also going to work 1 single crochet there. And once I get to the end of this single crochet row, I'm going to meet you there. So I've gotten to my rows of single crochets, gotten to the end of my rows of single crochets, and now for the next row I'm going to chain up 5. So we have 1 2 3 4 5, just like this. I'm going to turn my work, and I'm going to yarn over, skip 2 stitches into the 3rd stitch, make a half double crochet, 1 2, this is the 3rd, make a half double crochet, and then place 1 double crochet into the next 2 stitches. So this is 1 2. I'm going to repeat this one more time. Chain up 2, 1 2, yarn over, skip 2 stitches, 1 2, into the 3rd, make a double crochet, just like this. Sorry, make a half double crochet, and then into the next 2 stitches make 1 half double crochet each. So follow up with this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Got into the chain stitches, and I wanted to show you what to do there. So for the chain stitches, you're just going to be working 1 half double crochet into every stitch, And once you are done with the chain stitches, you are going to continue with your chain 2. You're going to continue with your chain 2, skip 2 stitches into the 3rd stitch, make a double crochet, and into the next 2 stitches make 2 half double crochets. So just like that, work 1 DC into every stitch, 1 half DC, sorry. It's going to be hard to enter because you're working with 1 half double crochet, but yeah, you're going to try to go into the stitches. So just do that, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. And I'm just going to make a chain of 3 to start a new row. 1 2 3, turn my work, yarn over into this very first chain stitch. I'm going to make 3 half double crochets, 1 2 3. Then I'm going to chain 1 into the next match stitch here. I'm going to make 3 half double crochets. So that is just going to be what you're going to do for row 2. What is wrong with this? So chain 1 into this next match hole, you make 3 half double crochets, 2 3, chain 1 into this match hole, 3 half double crochets. So continue with this pattern, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. Got into this middle stitch, and I decided to come and show you how to do it. So you're going to chain up 2 and then skip 2 stitches into the 3rd, make a double crochet, make a half double crochet, sorry, and then into the next 2 stitches make 1 half double crochet each. I'm so sorry about the noise. And then chain up 2 1 2 1 2 into the next, into the 3rd stitch, make 1 half double crochet, then into the next 2 stitches make 2 half double crochets, and then into this merge stitch here just continue with 3 half double crochet, chain 1, 3 half double crochet into the merge holes, chain 1, 3 half double crochet, just like that. I've already gotten to the end of the row, and I'm just going to make a chain of 3. This is 3 chains. Turn my work, yarn over into this merge hole here. I'm going to make 3 half double crochets. So that is 1 2 and then 3. I'm going to chain 1 into the next merge hole here, 3 half double crochet, and this is going to be the repetition till you get to your desired length. For the first top I made a total of 12 rows, and I think that is enough, so I'm just going to repeat that. I'm just going to repeat this till I have a total of 12 rows, and then I'll come back to show you guys what my 12 rows looks like. This is what I have so far. I'm done with my 12 rows, and let's calculate what I have. I think I'm on 4.5. Yeah, I'm on 4.5, and I'm fine with this. So now I'm about to start the shell. I made shell down the top, so I'm just going to chain up 2 1 2, and then into this merge stitch here I'm going to make 7 double crochets. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 double crochets there, and into the next merge stitch I'm going to make a slip stitch, chain 1, yarn over into the next merge stitch. I'm going to make 7 double crochets there as well. So this is 1 2 3 4 5 6 and then 7. If you see, our shells are beginning to form, and into the next mesh stitch I'm going to make slip stitch, chain 1, yarn over into the next, make 7 double crochets. So after my 7 double crochets, I'm going to slip stitch into the next merge stitch and then chain 1, and I'll just keep on working. So go on and make your shells at the tip of the top, and I'll meet you at the end of my row, and then I sew this and cut it off. So I made the side of the top. This is the back panel. This is what it looks like, just like this. And so I'm going to be teaching you guys how to make this side. So you just want to place your work like this, and then you want to go into the chain stitch here, not the shell, not this 3 DC and 3 half double crochet we're doing, but this merge stitch here, just like this. Then make a slip knot like this, make a slip knot and insert your hook into this merge stitch, then chain 1, just like this. Turn your work, and whenever you get to this merge stitches, you're going to be putting 2 single crochets. So I will show you. So into this merge stitch, put 2 single crochets there, 1, 2, and then into this 3 half double crochet, put just 1 single crochet there. Then into the next chain stitch, put 2 single crochets, and into where you have 3 half double crochet, just 1 single crochet, and then just carry on with this pattern till you get to the end of the row. So for me, I have a total of 18 stitches. That is what I'm supposed to have. Yours might be different. I'm supposed to have a total of 18 stitches. So yeah, so when you get to this side where you made a chain of 15, you want to go into this down part with 1 single crochet, and then into the upper part with 1 single crochet as well, just like that. So I'm going to chain up to 1, 2, then I'm going to make 1 double crochet into every stitch. So I'm going to make 1 double crochet into every stitch, and in total I'm supposed to have 18 stitches. So go ahead and work 1 double crochet into every stitch, and I'll meet you at the end of the row. It's going to be a row of decreases because we want it to have this kind of shape. We want it to have this kind of shape. So now I'm going to chain up to 1, 2, turn my work, yarn over into the very first stitch, place 1 double crochet. I'm not going to finish this off, then into the next, another double crochet, and I'm just going to seal everything at once. So basically what I'm doing is I'm going to be making decreases into every stitches. If you don't know how to make decreases, please you can check tutorials on that, but I'm going to be making decreases into every stitch, and once I finish this row I'm supposed to have a total of 9 stitches because I started with a total of 18 stitches at the beginning. So after making a row of decreases, what I'm going to do for the next row is just going to be rows of single crochet. That is what I'm going to do, basically rows of single crochet. So now I'm going to chain up 1, then work 1 single crochet into every stitch. For the next row we're going to be making rows of decreases. 1, 2, turn your work just like this, and you're just going to be decreasing till you finish up this row. So keep decreasing just like this. So just keep on decreasing, and after you've decreased for this row, the next row is going to be rows of single crochet. So chain 1, turn your work, and then make 1 single crochet into every stitch. Then chain 2, turn your work, then make decreases. At this point in time, you don't have to make single crochets again, just make another decreases. and then just like that. So we are here, and now I want to make this rope, these chain stitches we just made here. So I'm going to be teaching you how to make this chain stitches. So what you want to do is you want to chain up to 1 2, turn your work, then go into this very first stitch with a double crochet just like this, and then make another chain 2, 1 2, turn your work, yarn over and go into this chain stitch with another double crochet, chain 2, turn your work, and then go into this chain stitch with another double crochet, chain 2, yarn over, turn your work into this chain stitch with another double crochet. So you're just going to be repeating this till you have 50 chain stitches. So you have 50 chain stitches. I have a total of 1 2 3 4 5. So I'll meet you guys back once I have 50 chain stitches. So I have my 50 stitches for the chain, and for row 2 what I'm going to do is I'm just going to chain up 3 to start a new row. 1 2 3, and into this very first chain stitch I'm going to make a single crochet, then chain 2 1 2, into the next chain stitch I'm going to make a single crochet. So for this row you are just going to chain up 2, into the next stitch make a single crochet, chain up 2, into the next stitch make a single crochet. So continue with this pattern and I'll meet you at the end of the row, end of my chain stitches. And to end this row I'm just going to make a slip stitch just like this, and I'm going to cut off my yarn and then sew this. So I'm going to trim this off later on. So now what I want to do now, we already have our panels and this is what they look like. So now I want to attach these rows side. So I'm going to go on the wrong side. I'm going to get a stitch marker, and then where I made my chain 2 at the beginning where I was making this row side, I'm just going to attach them together just like this. This is where I made my chain 2, then this is where I made my other chain 2. So I'm just going to attach my stitch marker here and then place another stitch marker on the other side just like this, and then I'm going to thread my needle and I'm going to sew these two ends together. So when you are done sewing you should have something like this. I'm going to sew this off camera and I'll come back to show you guys what it looks, what I have so far. So now we're about to make the straps for the top. So you're just going to insert your hook into this chain 2 space here, and then I'm going to be using a 3 strands for this because I want it very thick, and if you can see I changed my hook to a 4.5mm hook because I want the chains very thick. So just going to make a slip knot, insert my hook into that chain 2 space there, then pull through, make a chain of 1, and while I'm making my chains I'm just going to be weaving in this loose end together. So I'm going to make a chain of 150. So this is 2 3 4, this is 4 5, and I'm just going to continue till I have a total of 150 chains, and I'm going to repeat the same thing here. And if you stayed with us to this present moment, I want to say thank you for staying, and I hope you find this tutorial very helpful and useful. I'm going to trim off the excess yarn. I'm going to sew loose end together and I'll come back to show you guys the end result. I hope you find this tutorial very helpful and useful. Please do not forget to give this a thumbs up and like, comment and subscribe. Thank you. So I'll come back to show you guys the end results.